Are we off? Are we off? Sunny Hood, Sunny Hood. I like that. Yes, sir. Alright, bet. Alright, bet. Alright, bet. Alright, bet. Alright, bet.
We celebrate success. We celebrate winners. Carving your name in record books is a tall and daunting task. But if you manage to get at the top of the mountain, you will be showered with fame, glory, and praise. On the other hand, there are negative records, for which you don't get celebrated, but you still get remembered. When you suck, you better suck like nobody has sucked before. I'm pretty sure nobody said that phrase before, but it might as well have been the motto of the NBA teams that we're going to cover in this video.
There we go.
Here,
I got it,
we remember the 5 worst teams in NBA history.
Let's look at them then. God damn, this shit loud as fuck, ain't it? My bad, boys. My bad, my bad, my bad.
The 1997-1998 Denver Nuggets, 11-71.
Not the Nugs. Not the
The Denver
Nugs.
Nuggets were one of the most fun teams in the 80s and early 90s. In the 80s,
It's my team.
Alex English and Kiki Vandeweghe, 2 all-stars who scored 20-plus points every night.
Every night,
They
nigga.
played great for years and were a perennial contender in the loaded Western Conference. When Fat Lever and Chris Jackson joined the team, and during the era of Coach Paul Westhead, who believed in a run-and-gun style of play, they played the most exciting basketball in the entire NBA. The game scores would often look something like 140 to 135. Denver's run and gun maybe didn't produce a championship, but it was a fun and thrilling show for the fans every night. Then in 1991, they drafted one of the best
Dikembe.
Dikembe Mutombo, who was thought to be their franchise player until retirement.
No.
However, after several playoff appearances and early exits, Mutombo bolted Denver for Atlanta.
Oh my
The Nuggets
gosh,
lost
what a
their
hoe.
main star. Also, prior to the 1997-1998 season,
We gotta spell
Chris
what?
Jackson, now Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf,
Oh, yes, sir.
left the team. And
Ah.
so did Antonio McDyess
Ah.
and several other key pieces from those playoff teams.
Them niggas on the Game Boy used to be cold.
Along with Mutombo, what was left was a group of young players who would struggle to win against some better college teams. They tied the then NBA's all-time worst single-season losing streak at
Goddamn.
23. And they were 28th and 29th in offense and defense out of 30 teams in the league. After 40 games, the Nuggets had a 2-38 record.
2-38 is
They finished the season with 11 wins
2-38 is fucking crazy.
and 71 losses, nearly escaping the worst team of all time moniker, that at the time still belonged to the number 2 team on this list. The 1992-1993 Dallas Mavericks, 11-71.
Oh my
There are a
god.
couple
11-71.
of different routes to have a historically bad season. GM Sam Hinkie and the Sixers popularized tanking in recent years and dubbed it the process. Be really awful for a few years, have high draft picks, and end up with franchise players. It was Hinkie's tactic. While Hinkie's Sixers were bad deliberately, the 1992-1993 Dallas Mavericks were just out of luck. Their 11-71 record
It's fucking
was a result
horrible.
of circumstance and an array of injuries to main players. Similarly, like the Golden State Warriors this season, who currently have the worst record in the NBA,
I was about to say.
nearly winning in the finals.
I had to look down. Damn, let me start looking right here.
1992-1993 Mavs played without Roy Tarpley, a talented center who averaged 20 points per game before he got suspended 3 years for cocaine abuse.
Oh my
which
god.
was a fairly common occurrence in the late 80s.
Not the
and
cane.
early 90s NBA. Then they lost their
Not the
starting
Rock.
point guard, Fat Lever, due to a knee injury. A promising rookie, Jim Jackson, was also not
Jim
playing
Jackson
due to a
Jim Jackson from the Fab 5. Fab 4. Whatever the fuck.
contract dispute with the team. What was left was not enough to put up a winning basketball squad together. For a long time, it looked like they would be the worst team ever, but they managed to win their last 2 games of the season and improved to 11-71.
Oh, he hit that motherfucker though.
Anyone can call that improvement.
He hit that
Next
motherfucker.
year, it was almost equally as bad, as they
They went 13-11. 13-72.
games more. That's why early 90s
Didn't I just say 13? Didn't I just say 13? Then they would just win 11, nigga. I'm fucking cold.
Mavericks, one of the worst teams ever. The 2015-2016 Philadelphia 7.
I don't know none of these niggas but Michael Carter Williams. Damn, I don't know none of these niggas. That's crazy.
76ers, 10-72.
Fuck.
The 2012
10
NBA
and 72.
playoffs,
This shit's getting
the
worse and
Philadelphia
worse.
76ers played Game 7 in conference semifinals against the Celtics, and were on the cusp to challenge LeBron and the Heat in the next round. However,
They got that
the
nigga holding
Celtics
his dick,
advanced,
pause.
and the Sixers brass decided that the group
They could have
reached
showed
its
anything
peak,
else.
and that they needed to switch things up. Fan favorite
Oh
Andre.
my god, worst trade ever. Oh my god, or worst signing ever. Oh my fucking gosh, I remember this shit like it was yesterday.
Iguodala
And I used to fuck with him too. I was a fan.
went to Denver.
He nice.
Philadelphia got Andrew Bynum.
No, even worse.
Bynum was considered
I wouldn't
the
have been that
second
mad.
best center in the league at the time,
Fuck no.
behind Dwight Howard. Unfortunately, injuries kept Bynum sidelined for the whole 2012-2013 season, and the man who was supposed to be the next franchise cornerstone
You knew that nigga wasn't gonna play by his fro.
never played a minute in a Sixers uniform. That season, the Sixers were still good enough to compete and finished with a 34-48 record, good for
Okay,
ninth spot
Richard.
in the East. Being ninth in the conference
Devin Turner,
is the worst position you want to be in. as a
young Drew
franchise,
Holiday.
because
That's when
you
Drew
neither
Holiday
play the
was
playoffs, nor do you get high
Swaggy
draft
P.
picks the next year. So Sam Hinkie, general manager of the Sixers, who we mentioned
That's when
earlier,
Swaggy P was Swaggy
decided
P.
to take the somewhat radical approach. He traded whatever was left from that 2011-2012 playoff team and turned those players into draft picks. A lot of draft picks.
Yeah.
Hinkie was deliberately making the team worse in order to get top draft choices. He wasn't
Yeah.
doing anything revolutionary. The word tanking has been around way before Sam Hinkie, but the way he was doing it was something we haven't seen before.
Nigga said he was
Hinkie's tanking
deliberately
so
tanking.
blatantly obvious,
Wow.
and he wasn't even hiding the fact that their goal for the season was to be as bad as possible.
That's
Get the
horrible.
reward
Imagine being on
of
that
a high
team.
draft pick. Then some hiccups happened along the way, and life threw a curveball at Sam Hinkie. His franchise player Joel Embiid, the first pick in the 2014 draft.
Don't that nigga look so different now? That's crazy, bro. My nigga looks hella different now. I mean, obviously he changed. I mean, he got older, but still, that nigga, you wouldn't even think he don't look like second best center in the league right here. Feel me? Or potentially.
Draft was injured for 2 seasons straight.
And then by then, I know you didn't think he was second best center in the league, if not number one.
In his absence, the Sixers were absolutely abysmal.
Dog shit.
While Hinkie didn't
18
necessarily
and
intend to
64.
tank for so long, he didn't want to patch the team up for some quick fixes until Embiid recovered. Hinkie didn't want to be mediocre by any means.
What the fuck?
He was either going to be great or catastrophic. He realized that being ninth in the East wasn't serving the team's goals. He decided to take in more draft picks and tank some more. After winning 18 and 19 games in prior seasons, Hinkie's tanking took on a life of its own in 2015-2016. And the often mentioned word process
Okay.
became the slogan of the whole team.
Okay.
Trust the process was the buzz phrase around the team, and the fans embraced it as well, often showing up with "trust the process" and "in Hinkie we trust." signs. People wanted their team to be good, even though the final year of the tanking was especially.
Ooh, Isaiah Thomas was
After
busting
2
your
years of
ass.
being bad, fans wanted to see some results, and in turn, they got
Oh my
some tanking.
gosh.
That 2015-2016 team combined some draft misses, Okafor and Noel, along with unproven
Jaleel
rotation
Okafor.
players. They were young, they were bad, and they didn't even want
Fuck.
to be good. 76ers started the season 0-18.
Oh my
which was
gosh.
an NBA record of 28 losses in a row, and they combined with the 10 straight losses from the end of the previous season.
Losing 18 straight games, flying to city, and losing 18 straight games is absolutely fucking wild.
They had 3 more losing streaks that year, where they lost 12 or more games. in
My
a row.
gosh.
So the 10-72 record is not
This
surprising.
is Jeremy Grant?
The team ranked last offensively and was 26th out of 30 defensively.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody wanted to see them play. But in all fairness, Hinkie's plan worked. They finally got the #1 pick, which turned out to be Ben Simmons.
Another nigga who
The
couldn't play.
process was
Suck
fun,
is fucked up.
arduous and not overly pleasant if you're a Sixer fan.
Da, da, da,
Or if
da.
you just happened to watch a Sixers game
Like-
during that
like-
stretch. But the process paid off. Kind of.
Were they
You didn't
playing
watch
them?
a Sixers
Damn, they
Ben
were.
Simmons, Markelle Fultz, another first pick, and Embiid. The process lasted much longer than it was supposed to. Philly hasn't won a title yet, but they have 2 all-star players. That title could come soon enough. And if they do win it all, Sam Hinkie.
I keep
should
forgetting this
get
shit was
a
on
ring of
2020.
congratulations.
I'm about to say,
Joel
nigga, they
Embiid's
got
nickname is
James.
Process.
Although James is not that man right now.
1972, 1973.
Oh
Philadelphia
no,
76ers,
not back to
9
back.
and 73.
Oh god, 9 and
76ers had
73.
another team in the top 5.
It's fucking
And it was the
horrible.
1972-1973 Sixers team that held the worst NBA team title for a long time. If you know something about sports in Philadelphia,
I know a little something about sports in
probably know that
Philadelphia.
Philly is a proud sports town with
Duh.
integrity. If If you're a
Duh.
pro athlete there,
Sorry.
you must know that the crowd will be on your side and cheer for you like crazy. And they will also boo you when they feel you deserve some heckling coming your way. If you're the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles, you will forever have admiration in the city for winning in the Super Bowl against Brady, with the endearing image of a drunk Kevin Hart stuck in fans' minds for eternity. The same goes for Dr. J. Moses
Oh, I was about
Malone,
to say, I thought you was
and
about to
the
miss that shit.
1983
I was about to
Fofo
I was about to say, oh, Dr. J missed. This had to be old Dr. J. But nah, this one he was still. I think Dr. J got a ring too.
76ers, who were the last ones to win a
God
Larry
damn, Moses Malone, tall as motherfucker, ain't he?
O'Brien Trophy to the city of brotherly love. However, some 10 years
Yeah, he got
before
one.
the legendary 83 team,
Okay,
there was the
Moses.
73 team, also legendary, but in the wrong way. The 1972-73 76ers had an
Oh,
overall
no, they
record
showed
of
them
9
this.
wins and 73 losses.
That's horrible.
Which makes them the second worst team of all time. To start
With
things
the
off,
3.
they hired a coach from an ad in Philadelphia's daily newspapers. We imagine that the ad
What the fuck? Did you hear that?
Duff. They hired a coach from an ad in Philadelphia's daily newspapers. We imagine that the ad went, not a joke. Would you like to be a coach of an NBA team? Roy Rubin, a small college coach at the time.
I was about to
answered
say.
the ad.
Like, nigga, I know they didn't just pick just a random nigga up off the street. No, these niggas didn't just pick a random nigga up off the street, bro.
Got the job and the $300,000 salary that came with it.
What the fuck? He was in the 70s? $300,000? For how many years? This nigga went 9 and 73. You still gave him the 300 bands? Oh my god, this shit is easy, bro. These niggas be finessing. Alright, let's keep going.
Not bad for a newspaper ad gig. The coach had very little influence
Niggas got the shit in the fucking newspaper, y'all. Can't forget about that.
over players. And it was a tragedy.
Them
for
niggas
the
look like they was
Stars.
ass.
Philly lost its first 15 games.
Oh, God.
38 of its first 41.
Oh,
Players
God.
gave up on the team very early on. And all the Sixers started playing for themselves, without any team basketball in mind. I wouldn't wish a full season like that on my worst enemy, said Mel Counts, member of the 72-73 76ers. The whole season is thoroughly described in a book.
Oh,
by
not
popular
Philly.
author and
Phil
former coach
Jacks.
Charlie Rosen.
You
So
see
if you
Phil
wanna learn
Jacks?
more about this team and how it got to the point of abysmal, read his book, Perfectly Awful.
Aw,
Philadelphia
shit.
76ers horrendous and hilarious
These niggas said they were
1972
so ass. These niggas said they were so ass it was funny.
1973 season. This team held the negative record for almost 40 years.
Oh my
The team
gosh.
from the top of our list managed to lower the bar even more.
Lower.
2011-2012
Guys,
Charlotte
fucking-
Bobcats,
oh.
7-50.
Who was that? Gerald Wallace, Steven Jacks, Corey Maggette. This is back when I used to really watch basketball. I mean, I still watch basketball, but this is when I started for sure. 7-59. That shit don't even add up to 82 games, but they must have, I don't know. We're gonna keep going.
59. Michael Jordan is considered by many as the GOAT, the greatest player of all time. However, when it comes to owning a team, Michael is far from the top. Actually, his Bobcats, now the Hornets, achieved positive records only 2 times since he took over the team in 2010, with 2 early playoff exits. The best versions of the Bobcats/Hornets have been mediocre. Most of them were bad, and the 2011-2012 iteration has been the worst. Literally. Jordan made some very questionable decisions while being the president of the Washington Wizards.
Ah, he was the
Most
president
notably
right
by
after?
drafting Kwame Brown.
I did not know that. And then he played with these niggas too, so he was like a president player. Nah, this nigga Jordan got it.
2001. Kwame was one of the worst top choices in history.
Fuck.
And both he and Jordan were ridiculed for that for years after.
Bro, this nigga was the fucking president while he was playing. Washington was on dick. They said, nigga, we'll give you anything. You want to be the GM too, nigga? We can do anything, my nigga. Just let us know.
He became the
On dick. That's what you call on dick. Just want you to know that.
majority owner of the Charlotte
I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. If it's my shit, nigga, you're a player, bitch. It's like,
Bobcats in 2010. He vowed to make a contender out of them.
Fuck
What he
no.
managed to do
Dog
was for the
shit.
Cats to be in contention for the top draft picks by being in the lottery almost every year. 2 years prior to the 2011-2012
DJ
season,
Augustine.
the Bobcats made the playoffs.
Okay.
That entire
Raja Bell, Boris Diaw, young Tyson Chandler, fat ass Raymond Felton before he came to the Nugs. Or did he come to the Nugs? I don't even know. But fat ass Raymond Felton. Shout out Raymond Felton, my nigga. He ain't fat, but you know. NBA standards.
Starting five was gone in 2 years with Jordan at the helm. He wanted to get better through the draft.
These
He
niggas
gave the
dog
keys of the
shit.
team to the young and
Kemba.
inexperienced rookie Kemba Walker. While
Oh,
very
nah.
few expected
Oh,
this team
nah.
to be any good,
Kemba was
nobody
nice. Don't get
predicted
you,
they would be
Bismarck.
historically bad. Bobcats won only 7 games in the 2011-2012 NBA season.
That's horrible,
It gave a
y'all.
new definition to the phrase
Oh, no.
sucking in basketball. Albeit, it was a shortened season, so the final number in the loss column was 59. With the record of 7-59, they produced the lowest winning percentage ever, .106. The 1972-73 Sixers at .109 winning percentage. Jordan's team was awful across the board and ranked dead last in all major statistical categories. They were worst in the league in both offense and defense, which combined for negative 14 net rating.
They have Kobe
Worst in
Bryant
the league
again?
in both
They did.
offense
I know Jordan was sick. He was like, hey, damn, I got this nigga again.
and defense, which combined for negative 14 net rating.
Oh my god.
Negative
No, these niggas did not. They're already losing by fucking 30. Almost. 27. You shoot an air ball wide open, nigga. You fucking suck.
record that stands to this
These
day.
niggas aren't even. Oh my god. These niggas aren't even closing out. These niggas are just watching. And is that Gerald Wallace right there? He left.
Negative 14 net
Gerald
rating.
Wallace left a dumbass.
Negative record that stands to this day.
Gerald Wallace left a dumbass and was on a better team.
To this day.
To this day, nigga.
In next year's
That
draft,
nigga's ass.
Jordan and the company had the vision to draft Anthony Davis with the #1 pick, but they didn't have the luck in the lottery and picked Michael Kidd Gilchrist at #2, a man who still hasn't learned how to shoot the basketball properly.
Oh,
They could have
God.
selected the likes of
Oh.
Bradley Beal, Damian Lillard,
Oh.
or Andre Drummond.
That's not
Just
bad.
shows
Even
that
Andre
being good at
Drummond.
Basketball doesn't make you a great executive. We hope Jordan has learned to trust people around him, and that now the Hornets will be competitive again. Because Jordan still is one of the most competitive people on the planet, we know that he's dying inside.
This
because
nigga
he
can't
ends
find
up
talent for
lottery
shit.
year after year. Mike's health. We hope the Hornets
Besides LaMelo. Nah, this nigga got a nice little team.